Welcome. In this video, the event, Microlayer Medley of Azur Lane will be summarized. Throughout the video, there will be spoilers for the story of Azur Lane. If you don't want to be spoiled, please go and play the game. A patrol fleet led by Baltimore vanishes in a mysterious fog while en route to the Canal Stronghold, prompting the formation of a rescue fleet. Upon arrival, Bremerton marvels at the stronghold, while Intrepid and Casablanca emphasize its strategic importance. However, Essex notes the troubling lack of siren activity or signs of battle, raising suspicions about a possible Mirror Sea. Despite the fog disrupting communications, a convoy has passed through safely, though the mist's vast reach remains unmeasurable. Enterprise and the others agree that something was deliberately at play, making a search operation necessary. At the stronghold, Bunker Hill and a reinforcement fleet welcome the rescuers, while Cooper, Reno, and Marblehead keep the mood light with their banter. However, Enterprise soon launches an eastern search, uncovering an eerie absence of wreckage despite an SOS signal confirming siren engagement. As she ponders the unnatural reach of the mist, a thick fog suddenly engulfs her surroundings, confirming her fears that the sirens were setting a trap. Meanwhile, back at the stronghold, Bunker Hill organizes the search teams, but Enterprise's absence quickly raises concerns. During the search, Intrepid discovers scattered pieces of Enterprise's rigging, though no battle signs are present. Before the fleet can act, sirens launch a sudden assault on the stronghold, forcing Essex and the others into battle. While they successfully push back the enemy, Enterprise remains missing, and Cooper's communications with her go unanswered. The fleet begins to suspect that both Enterprise and Baltimore have been pulled into a Mirror Sea. As they strategize their next move, a dense fog spreads rapidly around them. Enterprise awakes to find the fog clearing, revealing a strangely familiar yet unsettling battlefield. The strong smell of smoke lingers in the air, though she sees no active combat. Realizing she's far from the stronghold, Enterprise remains wary as the fog thickens again. Suddenly, the distant hum of engines echo through the mist, revealing she isn't alone. Meanwhile, at the Canal Stronghold, Bremerton admires the engineering marvel before Casablanca explains its critical role in the war. Just as Reno muses about heroism, the sirens attack. Bunker Hill swiftly issues orders, sending Casablanca to evacuate ships while Reno handles anti-air defenses. Out at sea, Bunker Hill and Bremerton make quick work of the sirens, though thoughts of Baltimore linger. As they prepare to push forward, a strange mist rolls in, disrupting communications. Casablanca's fragmented transmission warns of an attack on the bay, forcing them to redirect to defend the stronghold. Elsewhere, Essex and Intrepid struggle to navigate the dense fog, their equipment rendered useless. Suspecting it to be the sirens' doing, they debate whether to focus on defense or locate Enterprise. Cooper, eager to help, deploys searchlights despite Intrepid's protests, hoping that the enemy will be forced to reveal themselves. Sailing alone through the dense fog, Enterprise is startled when a familiar figure, Ark Royal, emerges. Calling out, she asks if Ark Royal was lost as well, but the shadowy figure simply stated she had been waiting. Cryptically, Ark Royal mentions that everyone who needed to be there had arrived before stepping forward and vanishing into the mist. Reaching out, Enterprise finds nothing but empty air, an illusion perhaps, but one that has left her uneasy. Back near the Canal Stronghold, Marblehead and Cooper struggle to fend off the relentless siren assault. As supplies dwindle, Essex wrestles with the absence of Enterprise, questioning what she would do. But as Intrepid reminds her, Enterprise's approach wasn't the only way forward. Inspired, Essex devises a plan. If the sirens had created a Mirror Sea, they needed to find and destroy its core. As they push ahead, Cooper spots a strange glowing siren's ship, only to immediately call for backup. Essex takes this as a sign that they're nearing the enemy stronghold, but before they can act, a sudden attack from siren submarines forces the fleet into a defensive maneuver. Marblehead quickly deploys depth charges, revealing the lurking enemies as Intrepid led an aerial counterattack. Despite eliminating several Siren ships, the mist remains, signaling that the true battle is yet to come. Just as Intrepid encourages the team to press forward, a massive wave surges from the fog, dragging her into its depths. As she sinks, doubt creeps into her mind, but a sudden voice snaps her back. Bluegill has returned from patrol. Gasping for air, Intrepid reaches out, and Bluegill dives in to save her from the abyss. Enterprise follows the fading shadow's direction, arriving at a scene filled with ships from all factions, yet none bore ID signals. Ark Royal questions if everyone was present, while Takao noticed some were missing. Hiryu laments the war's bitter state, and Ark Royal urges unity in the face of uncertainty. When Takao requested Enterprise state her name, she cryptically referred to her as Flare, a guiding light in the darkness. But the real shock comes when they discuss working alongside the Sirens. Enterprise recoils at the idea, demanding answers, but before she can press further, the shadows vanish, once again leaving her alone in the eerie silence. Back at the Canal stronghold, Casablanca leads the fleet into a defensive strategy, using support fire from the stronghold to repel the Sirens. However, despite the initial success, enemy forces ignore their attacks and push relentlessly towards the stronghold, forcing the fleet to consider a change in tactics. Meanwhile, Bluegill, on the verge of reporting crucial intelligence, finds herself surrounded by a massive Siren submarine force. Hoping to disrupt their command, she targets the flagship, only for a sudden, dense mist to engulf the battlefield. Elsewhere, Bunker Hill, Bremerton, and Reno fought tirelessly, attempting to break enemy lines, but before they can gain ground, an ominous sound fills the air, rushing water growing louder. Casablanca's warning comes too late as a colossal tsunami rises from the depths, crashing down upon the battlefield in an unstoppable surge. Enterprise stands amidst the gathering shadows, tensing at the arrival of an unexpected guest, a Siren. Facing a longtime enemy, she instinctively prepares for battle, only to be met with a cryptic message. Observer speaks of a Magister and a Creator, offering resources and a base in exchange for controlled research. While claiming shared interests, the Siren's allegiance remained uncertain. As the shadows faded into the mist, Enterprise is left questioning the nature of their cooperation. Meanwhile, at sea, the battle against the Sirens rage on. Bluegill's timely intervention saves Intrepid from drowning, but confusion grows as the scattered fleet inexplicably regroups. Suspicions arise around the Sirens manipulating their location, potentially trapping them within a mirror sea. Despite the uncertainty, the team resolves to uncover the source of the mist and counter the enemy submarine's forces. Enterprise confronts an unknown figure lurking in the mist, who speaks in cryptic riddles about memories, both past and future, now belonging to her. Before she can demand answers, a powerful force shatters the air, causing the very ocean and sky to tremble. A shadowy figure gazes at her before fading, revealing an overwhelming fleet of Sirens. Just as Enterprise prepares for battle, reinforcements arrive: Baltimore, Memphis, and Helena, bringing relief and a renewed fighting spirit. Meanwhile, as the mist thinned at the Canal stronghold, Essex, Intrepid, and Bunker Hill assess the Siren's strategy, deducing the location of the enemy flagship. Their investigation is soon interrupted by a massive, heavily armed Siren submarine that could fight on both land and sea. Despite the relentless attacks, the Sirens adapted, forcing them to counter every new transformation. Just as they seem to gain the upper hand, mechanical tentacles emerge from the depths, forcing the fleet to retreat. As the battle concludes and communications are restored, Enterprise and Baltimore finally reunite with their comrades, bringing an end to their harrowing struggle in the mist. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Arknights and Girls Frontline videos as well.